Dear students, once again back with our this one topic, and today's topic we have characteristics of developing economy. So in the last video, I think if you have watched that video, you came to know that UN classification, we have classified the economy on the basis of per capita income. So here also, after classifying, UN classification is also there on the basis of per capita income, and they have divided the economy into developed and developing economy. So definition also I think we have already discussed. Though anyway, I will once again revise or recap the definition of developing and developing and developed economy. So first we'll start with this developing or underdeveloped economy. So underdeveloped economy or developing economy refers to that type of economy in which per capita income is low, standard of living is low, okay, poverty rate is high, unemployment problem is high. So these all are the features, okay, these all are the features of that underdeveloped economy. Whereas on the other hand, in the case of developed economy, so developed economy refers to that type of economy in which their per capita income is very high, okay, standard of living is high, this you can see that literacy rate is high, unemployment problem is less. So these all are the features that differentiate between developed and developing economies. Now, so today here we are going to discuss the characteristics. What are the different characteristics, okay, of underdeveloped or developing economy? So first characteristics we have low per capita income. Okay, first characteristics we have low per capita income, okay, and low per capita income. Now you have to know how to calculate this per capita income, though these things we have already done, but anyway, per capita income, formula is there: national income divided by total population. Okay, this NI is your national income divided by total population. So if you calculate this, we'll get the per capita income. And in the case of this developing or underdeveloped country, you have seen that in the last class their per capita income is $1,450, like that. But in the case of developed country, their per capita income is $50,000 per year, maybe 47,000. And so if you compare this, you can see that there is a vast difference in their per capita income, and this is one of the important characteristics that differentiate between this developing and developed economy. Now second characteristics we have existence of wide poverty, because some of the features we have already done in the definition. In definition itself says the poverty is high. So second characteristics we have high level of poverty or widespread poverty, okay. And the third characteristics we have large income inequalities, okay, large so first here you have to understand what is inequalities. Inequalities means disparities in the income. Disparities in income means in a society, okay, or in a country, if some group of section are very rich and some are very poor, so the gap between that rich and poor, okay, that is called disparities, income disparities or income inequality. That means that encourage the richer to become more richer and richer, and in that case what will happen, the poorer will become more poor and poor. So that is called large inequalities, large income inequalities. That means rich are very rich and the poor are very poor. The reason is that those who are rich, those who are industrialist class, their income will multiply by many times, whereas the one who is working as a labor class, no, they hardly get chance to multiply their income, and that leads to increase in the inequalities of income. So this is also one of the important characteristics of underdeveloped or developing economy. Now next characteristics we have predominance of agriculture. Predominance of agriculture. So here you have to understand what is that predominance of agriculture. So predominance of agriculture means in underdeveloped economy or developing economy, the people are mostly dependent on agriculture. Their main source of livelihood, their main source of income is agriculture, and many lakhs and lakhs of people are practicing that agriculture only. Okay, and service sector and the manufacturing and the industry sector contribution will be very less in their GDP contribution of this one. No, service sector and the manufacturing sector will be less in their GDP. And predominance of agriculture means the contribution of agriculture in their GDP will be high. Like if you see in our country, maximum population are dependent on agriculture. Nearly 50% of the population are dependent on agriculture. At the same time, the contribution of agriculture in our GDP is also very high, around 16 to 17%. At present situation, it is around 16 to 17%. So that is also one of the important characteristics of underdeveloped economy. Now next one, high rate of growth of population. Okay, next characteristics we have high rate of growth of population. Just take the example of India. India is also developing economy, where we can see that India is the second largest populated country in the world. So maybe due to this high rate of growth of population is interlinked with somewhere with literacy. If the people are literate, educated, they know that family planning and all. But those who are illiterate, uneducated, no, they think that if their family members will be more, their earning capacity will increase, and sometimes they have superstitious belief. No, they are like orthodox and all. So this all leads to increase in the population. So directly or indirectly we can say that this high rate of growth of population is linked with education. Okay, then next characteristics we have poor quality of human capital. Okay, poor quality of human capital. So poor quality of human capital means if the developing country are lacking in education, the quality of labor, skilled labor will be less, and maximum proportion of population will be what type of labor? Unskilled and semi-skilled. Okay, so that is called poor quality of human capital. Human capital means we people, those who are skilled labor. Actually, in the labor only there are three categories: unskilled, semi-skilled and skilled. So skilled are the one who has gone for training, and educated and trained workers are called skilled. And unskilled means those who have not gone for any training. Okay, especially these porters, these construction workers are considered as a unskilled worker. So if the people are less educated, what will happen? It has a direct impact on the poor human capital. Human capital will not grow, and if it grow, it will produce only unskilled type of workers. Then we can see that health infrastructure, many characteristics are there. Okay, health infrastructure will be poor. Okay, literacy rate will be less compared to that developed nation and all. So these all are the characteristics of underdeveloped economy. Okay, so next topic we'll discuss here is difference between developed and underdeveloped economy. So if you know the characteristics just now we had discussed, so on the basis of that only you can easily make the difference between this developed and underdeveloped economy. So first difference you can make it. In the case of developed economy, per capita income is high per capita income. You can write it high per capita income. And in the case of this underdeveloped economy, what will happen? The per capita income is low. Is low or low per capita income. You can write it anything, no problem. So that is the first difference. And the second difference, whatever we have discussed in the characteristics of underdeveloped, from there only we can make it. So second one, we have income inequalities. Okay, there will be high income inequality in the case of underdeveloped economy, and inequalities of income is low. Okay, here low income inequalities. In the case of this underdeveloped, high income inequalities. Okay, then in the case of developed economy, standard of living is high. High standard of living. In the case of underdeveloped economy, low standard of living is low, or low standard of living. Similarly, in the case of developed economy, there will be a predominance of industrial and service sector. In the case of developed economy, dominance of, or we can add dominance of industrial and service sector. That means the contribution of industrial and service sector will be very high in their GDP. Whereas in the case of this underdeveloped economy, the contribution, predominance of agriculture. It implies that the contribution of agriculture in their GDP is high. Whereas in the case of developed economy, we can see that like US, Germany, France and all, hardly 2 to 3%, 3 to 4% is contributed from agriculture sector in their GDP. Whereas in the case of underdeveloped economy, it is contributing around 20%, 30%, 18%, 17%. So here the contribution of agriculture in their GDP is high in the case of underdeveloped. Whereas in the case of developed economy, the contribution of agriculture in their GDP is only 1 to 2% or maybe 3%. Okay, so this also makes the difference between the developed and underdeveloped economy. Now see, some other points are also there. If you see infrastructure, so in the case of developed economy, the infrastructure will be better. Okay, in the case of underdeveloped economy, there is poor quality of infrastructure, whether it is health, education, road infrastructure. If you compare, you can see that you will find the difference between these two. In developed countries, what is there? Whatever the technology they use, that is advanced, sophisticated type of technology. Whereas in the case of underdeveloped economy, they are following that traditional and outdated technology. In the case of developed economy, unemployment problem is less. That means rate of employment is high. Whereas in the case of underdeveloped economy, the rate of employment is low. Okay, maximum people are unemployed. And like similarly, many points are there where we can make the difference between these two. So I think 5-6 difference will be enough for you to write in your exam. Okay.